Sunday, launch. Everybody, hope you guys are all doing well. It has been a crazy busy weekend for me. First thing I'm going to do is give a big shout out, thank you to Perry from This Is My Bourbon podcast. So if you follow Perry on Instagram, if you don't, make sure you follow him on Instagram. Perry had a giveaway and he let me know today I won. So if you are going to Bourbon and Beyond Festival in Louisville next month, you might see me there. I'll be easy to spot. I'll probably be the only one in an Irish Whiskey Distillery t-shirt. But thank you. Cheers to you, Perry, for having such a great giveaway. I'm really excited about it. Let's see who we have in chat here. Ooh, move my mouse. We have Peter White. Cheers, Stacy, and all cheers to you, Peter. It's good to see you. Derek Whiting. Cheers, Derek. Hope you guys are doing well. Mr. Mom 310. Cheers to you. I hope you're recovering well. It's good to see you. Roger Reese. Cheers, Roger. How you doing? Oh, we have the guest of the hour backstage. Cheers, everyone. Let's see if I got everybody. Amy O'Byrne. Hello to everyone. Cheers, Amy. Let me know if you got your care package yet. I got that out this week to you. It was a little later than I think I said. There's been construction near UPS. They've been making it a headache to get over there here of late. Hey, Chris Jenkins. Cheers, everyone. Cheers to you, Chris. 21090. Cheers, everyone. Cheers to you guys. It's good to see you. Gandy Road. I don't think I've said hi to you yet. Cheers to you. We got Taste and Sensibility. Cilantro, everybody. Cilantro to you. Sure I didn't miss anybody. Oh, it's going to arrive tomorrow. Okay. I just want to make sure that it didn't get lost or anything. I've had some weird shipping situations this weekend involving a grill and a 3-hour drive to get it in a car with no air conditioning. So it's been an interesting weekend. Katie Turk, cheers, y'all. Cheers to you, Katie. Somebody wants to drop the link. Please drop the link to Drift and Dram's website for coffee. I'm going to be going there myself either tonight or tomorrow because I used the last of my Drift and Dram's coffee this weekend. So I have got to restock. All righty. So we are going to introduce the man of the hour. I think this is the only member of Hello Again Whiskey Friends that I had not sent Irish whiskey to and had not been on my channel in some way, shape, or form. So I had to get him on here. Please help me welcome from the Whiskey Riffs Lounge, Kelsey Dime. Cheers, Kelsey.
Cheers. Good to see you. Thank you, Stacy, so much for sending me this flight and getting to hang out and learn some more about Irish whiskey and expand my palate. I'm always up for nerding out on just about anything. So
I'm really excited. I sent you... I had this flight in mind. And if you are a member of my paid Patreon, you guys get access to the blind answer key. I posted it earlier today. So you'll get to see exactly what Kelsey is drinking, exactly the theme of the flight. So of the whiskeys I sent you, I'm going to give you a couple tidbits as we'll go ahead and get into sample one.
Okay.
Because I sent you 6. I kind of overdid it probably.
No, it's all good.
So these are 5 different whiskey types.
Okay.
And a spirit. One of these is not whiskey. It's going to be real hard to tell which one. Clearly. That's going to be a tough one. I don't know. One of these that I'm going to ask you at the end of this is not Irish.
Okay.
So,
all right.
We'll find out at the end. I'll find out your favorites, have you rank them, and then I'll have you pick the one that is not Irish. So these are also, of the 5 that are obviously whiskey, 5 different cask finishes. So 5 different whiskey types, 5 different cask finishes.
All right. Well, it smells
a lot of variety
already.
Hey, Dave Vogel saying cheers to you.
Cheers, Dave.
Cheers, Dave. We got Liz B. Hey, all. Cheers to you, Liz. I got Peter saying time to trade in the Model T. Yeah, we hit a deer. My husband hit a deer a couple of years. Actually, it's been a couple of years ago. And it finally, when you hit a deer, it just does stuff. So the AC finally crapped out. Hey, Donner Bass Whiskey. Cheers, folks. Cheers to you, Donner.
Well, I was sitting outside with Ethan and Katie this morning, drinking some coffee and smoking a cigar. And the cigar that I smoked was a brand called Cavalier and it's called White. And it basically it's an interesting brand because they put a gold leaf on the actual cigar that you can smoke through. You can't take it off. It's just like on the cigar. But the reason I bring it up is because the nose on this whiskey and cigar is very similar. It was very bready and yeasty.
Real malty.
Yeah.
I saw that. I saw the post with that one. I have not tried that one. My kind of go-to is just the Deadwood Crazy Alice.
Those are really popular.
I love all the chocolate maple that you get on that one.
There's a new one that they just released called Dominicana.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all Dominican DR tobacco, but it's sweet tipped. So the end of the cigar is very, very, very sweet. I tend to like more darker cigars, but for people that like infused, or I guess it's not typically, I guess it's kind of infused. I don't remember what they actually called it, but that one and Fat Bottom Betty, Crazy Alice, all of those are super popular in the shop.
I like because it's not actually flavored, is it? It's just the natural flavors that are coming out of the
actually
tobacco.
called infused or casing. I can't remember which one because I'm still learning, especially about those particular cigars.
Crazy Alice was my first fold over cigar too. I'd never ran into that before.
Okay.
Bobby Bourbon Battalion introduced me to that one.
Oh, nice.
And now that's kind of my go-to is that one. And I'm like, it's just a perfect size because I'm like, I can't smoke a lot. I don't smoke that often, but that was just a perfect size.
I can tell you this, if you start smoking cigars and drinking coffee at the same time, oh my gosh, it's like my heaven. It really is. Like Ethan got me into cigars heavily and got me down the nerdy road, and Katie's the drug dealer that pushes different stuff on me. But no, I started drinking their coffee and pairing it with cigars. And man, I love a really good like Connecticut cigar with their coffee, especially cigar blend coffee, or the churro blend that just came out is super, super good.
That's what I wanted to try was the churro. That sounds yummy.
If you liked the cigar, if you like the Alice, that chocolatey type of thing, you got to try that with the cigar blend.
I'm going to have to go. Because I literally used the last of the Bardstown Blitz this morning.
Because the cigar blend has Mexican chocolate and creme brulee in that blend. And with that stick, it would pair very well.
That sounds like my jam.
But no, I really enjoyed this. It's opening up a little bit. I'm getting some more fruit notes on it now.
Isaac FUFU Fufu says infused.
Yeah. Thank you, Lance.
And Donner Pass is drinking a Lismore 18, 43% here. It's an undeclared Glenfarclas that he found on sale, $43. Crazy bought 4. Let me know what you guys have. If you've got something poured in your glass. Don't forget to hit that like, hit that share, hit that notification bell, all that fun stuff that YouTube likes us to do. And here's another hello again, whiskey friends. Jeffrey Wack, how you doing, Jeff?
He said he got a new costume for yeah, he got a new Macho Man costume. Thank God, because I don't even want to know what that other one smelled like after he's worn it that many times.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because it's not this kind of costumes. It's not like you wash them and they fall apart. So it's not like you go wash it.
Yeah, he just.
Hey, cheers to you, Sam. Cheers, Turks, Kelsey. You are sipping. Ooh, Irishman 17 is outstanding. That is one of the best buys for Irish whiskey. One of the best sherry finished single malts you can get. I'm on the last quarter. And then I'm going to have to start calling in favors in other states to find it because we don't have it here. Taste some sensibility is sipping Bushmills Prohibition. I've got a backup of that one that I need to actually think I'm out of the one. Yeah, I did. I drank it down to the last little bit. I need to get my backup out.
This nose reminds me of a Speyside Scotch is what it reminds me of. It's the only comparative thing that I can compare it to.
Because of the malt or because of the fruit?
Because of the fruit. The fruit profile. Yeah, the fruit profile on some Speyside Scotches.
I can see that. Hey, James Morgan. Cheers, Tom Blacker. 6 to Jens. Cheers from the crew at Bourbon Hall. Cheers to you. Thank you for stopping in. We are doing a blind Irish whiskey flight with Kelsey here. We're on sample 1. Hey, cheers, Declan Boyle. Hello, everyone. It's good to see you. Oh, you said New Hampshire Liquor had 100 bottles, $200. 180 is a good price, honestly, for Irishman 17. I would pay 180 all day long. I really would. Amy's drinking Redbreast PX. You just restocked with our shelf and got some backups.
There you go. That's a good one.
That's one of the whiskeys that I have bought more bottles of and backups than any other whiskey. I think I've already gone through like 6 of them.
This is really, really opened up, Stacey. Now I'm getting like a deep raisin note.
I do get raisin on this, yeah.
Yeah, if you open a box of sun raisins, just smelled the box. That's what this smells like, which is one of my favorites, to be honest with you. There's a couple of different cigars that have that like raisiny note on the cigar itself. And it's typically one of my favorite notes because you just don't get it in anything else except whiskey.
I'll tell you what I get right on the finish too. I get a little bit of orange zest. Just that little kind of bitter, kind of orangey zest.
I can see that. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Almost like the spritz off of the orange. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Gotcha. No, I like this one a lot. Proof-wise, I don't think it's super proofy. It's probably, I would be surprised if it's a little over 100, if that. This is the first thing I've drank all day, so.
Me too. I poured a little extra to get started.
Actually, that's not true. I had a pour at Sam's. What did I pour? I was helping. So Sam, my buddy Sam Chick, the chat was got his basement redone, and so he got a whole bunch of new shelving and was able to get all of his whiskey in one place. For him is a feat within itself. That boy has a lot of whiskey.
Wow.
Because he not just does whiskey, he does Scotch, Irish, a ton of tequila, and then bourbon. Wow. So he's got a lot, but finally getting it almost all finished up.
I can't commit to more than one. I'd be broke. Especially here in 2 weeks when the price goes up.
That's why you married a doctor.
Oh, see. Sorry, honey.
Oh, I'm going to tell Katie that you married her for her money. Although I know that she didn't start making money till way after you guys were married. So,
hey, Sugar Kitty, cheers to you, good sir. It's good to see you. We have Ed Williams. Afternoon, y'all. Cheers, Ed.
Other than if I like him or not, is there anything else I'm supposed to be telling you?
No, you don't have to. Unless you want to, just for you.
I can tell number 2 is way more finished than number 1. Number 2 just comes off. It's really, really heavily finished to me. That's not anywhere near as malty or bready at all on this one.
It's also, yeah, and they're all different finishes. So,
yeah.
Oh my God, that guy's not whack. That is correct.
Listen, I've been called a lot of things, and that's probably not the worst thing that I've been called. Not whack.
A little bitter on the orange Neroli. Hey, cheers, Miracle Martinez. It's good to see you.
There's some interesting.
I'm like way behind.
There's almost like a funk, and I'm trying to figure out what the funk is. It's coming across either like a stout beer funk or like a really savory, almost savory. I want to say, no, this sounds weird, but cheesy, like a blue funky cheese, like that type of a smell off of the nose of this, which is weird, but
I've never gotten blue cheese off of this.
It's very funky. Like there's very, very, very something going on there. And I can't put my finger on exactly what it is. It's not on the palate. It's just on the nose.
James, I am looking that up right now, actually. Because I don't think I've had the Kildare pot still. I don't think I've had that one. The latest is Ardera, has just really started releasing whiskey in Ireland. They are a pot still peated single malt distillery up in Donegal. So they just started releasing their whiskey. I've been hearing good things about it. But you definitely have to be a peat fan because it's like Isla peat level. So it's big time peated.
Are you getting any savoriness off of this? Like this one compared to the
It's-
first one is extremely savory to me.
I don't get as many sweet notes on this one now.
Yeah. I wish I could describe what I'm smelling on the funky part of it. I wish I could do a better job of that, but I just know that it's way different.
I do get kind of barbecuey notes.
I can see that.
Like kind of like paprika a little bit.
Lot longer finish on this, and it's
Yes.
right in the middle of my palate. Is where it shines for me.
Ah, from Vancouver. That explains it. Okay. We had Josh Fritz and we got Eric Gunderson. Cheers, Eric.
What's up, Eric? Yeah, this is really interesting pour, Stacy. Wow. It's
different.
Very viscous, very mouth coating. I mean, it's coating the glass as well. There's something on the finish of this. I don't know what finish it is, but that lingers, whatever that finish funk is, for a while.
Yes. This finish, I have other whiskeys that have this finish. Finish is actually pretty popular in Ireland at the moment. They kind of got a wave going on, or it's starting actually to die off finally. Because for a while there, it was kind of like Amberana was to bourbon. It was like freaking everywhere, and you're like over it already. So I'm starting to see less people using it. But yeah, in general, it lasts longer for me too. I think it's a more buttery kind of mouthfeel in the finish.
Yeah. A little more spice on this one too.
Yes, a lot more spice than the first one.
Yeah. Man, that's a long ass finish. Jeez.
Yeah.
It kind of like builds layer upon layer the more that you drink it. What do typically let me try that again. What do people in Ireland typically pair their whiskey with if they pair it with anything?
There's a lot of different things. They do pair it with, coffee. They'll pair it with cigars. That is still a thing over there. Cocktails is huge. There's a big cocktail movement in Ireland. There's whole cocktail competitions and bartenders and things like that over there. It's still meal pairings. I've been to a few of those, so they do that as well. So
Okay.
pretty similar to here.
Yeah. Color wise, it's a lot darker than the first one too. I mean, that's
it is. Yes, it is a little darker. Yes.
That's the second one.
Hey, J Cells Boston, how are you doing? Cheers to the fine folks in chat and our lovely host and Mr. Kelsey Dime.
I'm gonna move on to 3 here. 2 was good. Like that was probably the most interesting so far. Like it made me think a lot more. Like I would want to sit down for a long time with that.
It will make sense when I tell you what it is. I always thought the Irish paired whiskey with whiskey. Well, yeah, that too. And Sugar Kitty. Most Irish I know pair their whiskey with more whiskey.
There you go.
No, I mean, pairing and honestly, I think we get a little more creative with it over here, especially like the coffee. Because I'll make, you go over there, you get a pretty standard Irish coffee. I go over here and I'm mixing like peated whiskey and shaving like dark chocolate on top and just get all funky with it.
Yeah. That sounds delicious though.
It's really good. Yeah. Peated whiskey and Irish coffee is really good. Especially with like a dark roast coffee.
But that would be actually probably way more approachable for a lot of people to be introduced to peated whiskey.
Yeah. You get nice dark roast coffee, peated whiskey, a little dark chocolate on top. It's really good.
Wow. This has got a really interesting note. This one again is too pretty dark.
So again, different type of whiskey than the first 2 you've had. Okay. Different cast finish than the first 2 you've had.
This one's a lot sweeter on the finish on the nose. But it's still, I don't know if it's sherry, but it reminds me of sherry, like a
Now, this one on the palate, I do get some savory notes. I honestly, and I was looking through trying to pick what I was going to send to you. And this is one I enjoy it. And it's almost like, I forgot I had it. I don't think I've sent this out since Trev the Bourbon Ranch. So I was really excited when it all of a sudden light bulb went on. I'm like, oh, wait, I'm going to grab that one.
This is my favorite so far. This is really good. I love the barrel influence is what I love about this.
What McConnell's, Pete did. I didn't know they had one. Their 20 years really good. And I know it's sourced, but it was really, really good. We had that at McConnell's when we were there in Belfast.
Long finish like the second one, but in a different way. You
completely different.
Sweet, oaky, a little bit of spice, middle of the palate. That second one, though, was super spicy in the middle of the palate compared to anything else we've tasted so far.
This one, I get kind of almost like charred barbecue.
Yeah. The barrel notes on this one is what I really liked. It reminds me of home, of bourbon.
And yeah, a little bit darker than the first two.
Yeah.
A little bit darker.
So far, I like this. All of them have been great. Like, I feel like the first one was more traditional in the sense of like what I know of Irish whiskey with the fruitiness. It didn't have that strong, buttery, like cracker note that I always typically get with an Irish whiskey.
You say that, but every time I send you guys Irish whiskey,
I know it doesn't.
You're like, what was that?
Good Irish whiskey. We just drink regular Irish whiskey. I think the most expensive Irish whiskey bottle I have is Blue Note, and my Clonakilties. Those are the ones that I go back to, just because
I like Clonakilty.
That's probably been my favorite so far that I've drank, just because of the way that they do their finishes. And the way that they blend their stuff. I don't know. It's just, it's on point. It's really good.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll be able to do the barrel pick that we did with the bourbon engineer and Jason and Stuff and Whiskey. That was a Clonakilty. And the one that I know he and Jason and I loved was their own distillate. And it was so flipping good. It was really, really good. Hey, a little old fashioned. Cheers to you. Good to see you.
There's something really interesting on the nose, and I can't tell if it's.
Are you still on 3 or are you on 4?
I'm on 3. It reminds me of, like, it's going to sound weird again, me trying to describe Irish whiskey, but it smells like a floral licorice.
I get licorice on this.
With like barbecue smoke over the top of it.
Yeah.
I've never smelled anything like that. That's crazy.
Yeah. I do get licorice on this, and I do get the smoke on the nose. Now, you don't get the licorice on the palate, but it does come across like barbecue, like the bark on brisket almost.
Yep. And what's funny about the nose part of it, it's almost candied. It's sweet. It's not even the smoke part of it. The licorice and the smoke part are really sweet to me. Man, that's good. That's really good.
I like that one. Oh, you had it was a pick. Ah, that makes sense. That sounds really good. I like McConnell's. If you ever get over there, the distillery is amazing to visit. It's really cool. They've done oh, you mean WD O'Connell. Oh, you're talking about Dahi. Yes, Dahi O'Connell has some outstanding whiskeys. I've actually been reaching out to him about coming on here because he's got several in the US. And long time. One of the best sherry whiskeys I've ever had actually was from Dahi, was from WD O'Connell. 13 years, Bushmill sourced, all 13 years in an Oloroso sherry cask.
Oh, damn.
That sucker was dark, and that sucker was good, and that sucker is gone.
Oh, man. Yeah, I would imagine so.
I missed that one.
What whiskey don't you have, Lance? That's what I want to know. We've got some serious bottles and cigars. Holy shnikes. What in the world? This is number 4.
The Red Breast American Oak editions. The Missouri Oak is fantastic. I did not like the Kentucky Oak. I thought it was just It did nothing for me at all. I would have liked it to either be more oaky or have that sherry in it. It was okay. But the Missouri Oak was one of my top picks last year. It was phenomenal. We are on number 4. Number 4, you're going to notice that I poured probably the most of. It is kind of a fave of mine. I wish I'd bought 2. And it's gone. So I can't.
Oh, the mouthfeel on. Oh, wow. The mouthfeel and the palate on this one. Now I know why you like it so much. Holy cow. Wow. That is probably the most well-balanced one we've drank so far. Like just overall.
It's the youngest of what you've been drinking.
That's crazy to me because it's the most balanced out of all of them. 3 was definitely the most interesting out of all of them, just because of all of the different notes from nose to palate. But like, if I was going to pick one that I would want to drink all the time, so far, this is the one.
Yeah, I've kind of had to not do that. Because like I said, you could always find, Irish whiskey is the same as American whiskey. There are secondary sites that you can find things, but it would be hard to find. Although I'm like kicking myself that I did not get to. It's very unique. Even for Irish whiskey standards, this one is very unique. I mean, it's my hobby, Kelsey. I don't know what to say. I'm a hoarder.
Hey, you're a sharer too, buddy. So yeah, I know the community appreciates all that.
I do the same thing. Like, I don't think I have a bottle on my shelf that's not opened.
Oh my God, this is so good. Between the whole experience, the nose, the palate.
So what are you getting on that one?
There's almost like a deep plum note that comes across on the nose into the palate. But it's getting a lot of the finish too on the nose, which I like. I don't get a lot of maltiness to this one. But it's just very viscous in the palate. The mouthfeel is very, very velvety as well.
I get a lot of chocolate.
I'd have to say it'd be like a semi-sweet chocolate if I got chocolate.
Yeah, like chocolate chips, you're going to make cookies. Yeah. Mm.
This one would be interesting to see what just a tiny bit of peat would do to that.
Mm-hmm. I could see that.
I really feel like just a teeny tiny bit of like, not like Ardbeg peat, but like a peat that's been sitting in a whiskey that's been peated, that's been sitting in a barrel for a while.
Like, probably around sleeve league level peat. That's about 22 ppm.
Any key learnings? Hey, dude, I'm just telling you, whatever this is, I don't know what it is, but it's delicious. And yes, Kelsey's not allowed to have peat because Kelsey's allergic to it.
You're allergic to peat?
Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah, I found that out the hard way when Jeff and I and Darrell went through a whole Scotch flights, and we did each region in Scotland, and we got to Islay, and about halfway through, they said I started to turn green, and then it was like I just had to go and throw up, and got super sick, and still had not gone back to peat since. Didn't know I was allergic to it. So he tried to kill me twice.
Checking and making sure that I don't think the last one is peated. It doesn't have anything on the label that says that. But sip gingerly, please. That would have been good information to know before I sent you things, by the way.
Well, I have to.
Luckily, I don't. Yeah, I sent you nothing with peat.
I have to watch. I unfortunately been diagnosed with diabetes because I'm a fatso, and have to really watch my sugar. So I have to really watch what I drink now a lot more than I used to. So that's so nice, man. That's what it's about, Lance. It's about sharing whiskey and enjoying it and talking about it. And what's funny is we were talking the other night about lobster. I'll try to say it right. And he and his wife, They were like, we don't have accents. I mean, they have thick Boston accents. I mean, thick Boston accents. And it was just fun to hear them talk about how much they enjoy lobster and all the seafood and Pac in the car, all the kind of love you, Lance. It was fun to hang out.
Yeah, everybody in this community is really generous like that. I've shared samples with so many people. Everybody's always really supportive. Yeah. Jeff, thank goodness I did not send him anything with peated because I did not know that. And quite a bit of Irish is peated. There are around 80 bottles.
Really?
Yeah, there are around 80 bottles of peated Irish whiskey.
So they use a different kind of peat than Scotland would use, like Scotch?
No, they source most of them source the peat from Scotland.
Okay.
Yeah, I think France and Scotland are the two biggest places they get peat from. There's not enough Irish peat to really make all the whiskey, and they've had issues with regulations here of late, which I don't know if I can't remember if it got overturned or not, but there had been a regulation that put in place that you couldn't use peat for commercial use in Ireland, only personal use. So pure distillery. Wow. I think that might have got overturned, but honestly, they're still sourcing, the vast majority are sourcing their peat from Scotland. Hey, Donald Rance. Cheers, folks. How you doing, Donald?
I can see
that guy is whack.
I see that how that would work, though, because Irish whiskeys to me tend to lean on the sweeter side, typically, the unfinished ones that I've tasted. Mm-hmm. And I could see how that would be a balancing act of, having that balance of peat and smoke to the sweetness.
I think they're talking about me accidentally giving. Yeah, I didn't send him any peat.
Yeah, no, she's been sending me the bangers here. My mind's blown on this fourth one. Holy cow, I could drink it.
I love it. Yeah.
I see why you drank it. It really, there's no more of it because holy cow.
Yeah, I really have been enjoying the heck out of that one. And I try not to go to it too often.
Do you hide bottles from yourself? Because I do.
No, but it helps that my studio's on the second floor of my house, so I just don't go up there.
There you go. I have to hide bottles. I do the same thing with cigars too now. I have, unfortunately, a bad habit of when I try something and nerd out on it, it's like 100
miles. Yeah, then you blink and half the bottle's gone.
Yeah.
I have to force myself when I do take it downstairs to take it right back up, knowing fully well I won't go up there and get it.
Jeff had that problem with the old Dom pick on this one because, oh my gosh, this one was so good.
Good. Lobster sounds like a dog that won't obey. Hey, cheers, Nick Proman. How you doing, Nick? Yes, I have sent Eric some samples. Eric has sent me some samples. Erica is awesome like that.
I don't want it all.
Oh, you drank it all?
Oh my God, that's so good.
Isn't that good?
That's so good. Like everything about that experience was good. There wasn't anything unpleasant or sharp or not. Oh, wow.
That I will tell you, that distillery I have been talking to, and we're trying to coordinate a date for the founder to come on here and talk about his whiskey. So
wow. Let me know.
Look forward to that.
That's
I can hook you up with him if you guys want to talk to him too.
Yeah, I would love to, because that experience was probably one of the best Irish experiences I've had, other than my Clonakilties and the 2 stacks that you sent us before. Yeah. We did get the cans in it.
Did you get? I actually I'm meeting with the U.S. rep Wednesday of this week. He's going to be in Ohio, and I'm having dinner with him. But I found, I'd heard just a few days ago actually that Arkansas got the Dramamine cans.
Yeah,
so I was very excited. That's 2% peated malt, by the way, so be careful.
I will. I didn't drink the one that was peated.
Yeah, the one I sent you, that I sent you guys, had no peat in it, but the little Dramamine can, the green one, that does.
Yeah, they
just a little. But.
Yeah, that's the local guy here brought them to our Monday night. We have a local group that meets, and every Monday night we get together and drink, smoke cigars, and hang out. And he had just gotten them in, and so he brought all. I think there was 3 or 4. I don't remember how many different ones that he was able to get, but he brought all of them, and they were like, "What is this? Irish whiskey in a can?" I said, "No,
it's really good.
It's really good. Just try it. Just try it. Trust me."
So the latest release they had, which I will be including for a Patreon giveaway again. I always get the extra cans and give them out to my Patreons. Was a raspberry brandy and coconut rum in a can, finished whiskey in a can, single malt.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in that one. Yes, Donald, the Irish government. I thought I know Mickle has the exception because Mickle is still going out and doing the peat bogs. But I think everybody else, I think it's more cost effective too, to be honest. They get it from Scotland.
Why are they outlawing it? I don't understand. Is there
It's a green thing. I don't know.
I just don't get that.
Yeah.
Wow. This is definitely number 5. The nose on this one is definitely probably the most interesting.
Yes, this is it's different. They're all, like I said, I sent you 5 different, very different whiskeys here. Hey, Dave Stewart. Yes, Highland peat and Isla peat are very different on impact. Decomposed heather versus decomposed kelp. I would 100% agree with that.
Which one would you prefer, the heather or the kelp?
Oh, I like the heather myself.
Is that like the heather, like the plant heather, like you would?
Yeah.
I understood what that was.
Yeah, Sleeve League, the silkies, the peat comes off more heathery in that for me. Now I do get a little more kind of more savory notes on the dark silky, but Midnight and the original silky, it's more of a heathery.
I'm getting like coconut on this, like a very tropical note on this. That's crazy.
I get a little kettle corn.
I can see that too. But this is coming off as like coconut. David Stewart says it takes 1,000 of years to make peat/turf. It's a sustainability problem.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. It does. I mean, I would agree with that. Hey, Pete Head, cheers to you. It was good to see you.
I can understand why iodine comes from the kelp part of it, because if you've ever seen kelp and you see how much, that makes so much more sense now.
I am so far behind. Hey, cheers, Evil Williams. I'm like way behind.
Man.
Yes, he does have to try the Irishman 17.
Oh, yeah.
I'm kind of lukewarm on Middleton anymore. It's overpriced. It's low proof. I can tell you.
Middleton make a lot of whiskey, though, not just Middleton, like the distillery itself.
They do. I think they just sold Napogue. Donald, correct me if I'm wrong on that one, but I'd heard a story that I think they just sold Napogue off. Which makes sense. That was the only malt whiskey they had was Napogue. They do. They make the Powers line. They make the Redbreast line. They make the Middleton line. The Spots.
Yeah, no, I'm getting tropical fruits on this, like coconut, almost like if you took like suntan oil, like that coconutty.
Yes, yeah, I could get that. I do get that on the nose, definitely. What do you think? What do you think of the proof on this one?
It's a little bit lower, a little less punchy than 3 and 4, but I actually think that it helps this. Like it helps. I think if it was proofier, you wouldn't get as much of the sweetness and the tropical notes on this one.
Middleton is good, but way overpriced. I would agree with that.
So it's like the Buffalo Trace of.
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
So if you are in a state where you can get shipping, now this rule applies now, not in 2 weeks, but you could order a bottle of Red Spot from Ireland with shipping to your house cheaper than I can go to the store and buy it right now. That's a problem for me. That doesn't really encourage you to shop local.
No.
When there's that much price, to spare. And I'm in a control state.
Yeah.
So there's been no real reason behind it. Like Redbreast Kentucky Oak, that came out at $99. Redbreast Missouri Oak comes out at $200. For what? I mean, it just they were starting to get a little better. They had come down for a while. And now they're kind of going back up, but I think that's the current climate.
So David has some really interesting. If you go to his next comment about the Scots,
I see that.
Scots were kicked off the Highlands, then went to the coast. Harvesting kelp to get iodine was how we made a living. That's interesting.
That
Like,
makes sense.
it makes total
It
sense
makes
why.
total sense now.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, now I know which ones to stay away from. If I find peat that's even just smelling it, I'm fine smelling it, but I love the smell of peat.
See,
But
I like Ardbeg, but that doesn't come off as briny. Well, it comes off a little salty to me. It doesn't really come off as kelpy. That comes off as savory to me, like barbecue brisket kind of thing. Or
OA
ham.
does not. OA does not to me. OA is like straight up iodine Band-Aid to
Oh,
me.
see, I get more of that on 10. I love Ugdal. Ugdal's my favorite. That's stuff like that's
that
like
was what I was going to say is probably the
freaking Easter
one
ham. That is. Thank you,
I've-
Donald. I thought I'd read a story. I thought I'd read that this past week. Yeah, they sold off Napogue.
Oh goodness.
Ah, another Redbreast PX fan. Yeah, you're right. That is so dangerously good.
This
Yes,
is
recently.
this is like a summer Irish whiskey.
The last one?
The fifth, yeah, number 5.
Okay, I would agree with that. Yes. Hey, Roscoe P. Coltrane.
Like, I could think you would make a killer like cocktail out of this for like summer and make it really refreshing. And oh my goodness, with all those tropical notes.
Wow, $100 2 years ago. That's crazy, Richie. Or who was that?
That was
Isaac.
Yeah, that's Lance.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, Kathy. Cheers to you. Happy Sunday to you. Trying to catch up here. Yes, let's have some Udall. I like Udall. Many Irish or summer type whiskey. Some of them. And honestly, it's because of the grain, I think, a lot of times. That's why, Jameson, it's light, sweet. It's got mostly a grain whiskey. Oh, thank you. Thanks, guys. So one of the things I can tell you, because everybody's talking about Middleton, I don't know if I've said yet, you are not drinking any whiskey from any major brand.
I kind of figured that coming from you, though. You're like Todd Ritter of whiskey. You find all of these incredible whiskeys that people don't know about.
I like the little guys. I like supporting the little guys. Tyrconnell 10-year Portcast. Let me tell you, that's a brand that doesn't get nearly enough recognition. Tyrconnell, they make some good stuff.
Man, this tastes familiar to me.
You've not had this before.
But it's similar to
something. Gonna roll. I mean, OH might have had it. Maybe.
This fruit profile that's coming across reminds me of the fruit profile on, if I can find it. So we did this. I don't know if you got to taste it. I need to send you some if you didn't get to taste this.
I think I do have some of that downstairs. I think you guys did.
This reminds me of the fruit profile of that, because this has.
Okay, I'm going to have to go back down and revisit it now.
Ex-bourbons cast in the Caribbean, finished in American single malt. So I don't know if it's the American single malt fruits that I'm getting off of this, but it reminds me of that rum pick. That's why it seems familiar to me. I was like, man, what is it that reminds me of? And that's exactly what it is. But yeah, this thing is dangerous. Like that, I had to hide it from myself. That was like the first 2 or 3 days.
Wow.
I could not stop drinking.
What's the proof on it?
136.
Holy, yeah. Yikes.
It's dangerous because it drinks like 100 proof. Like you don't realize how much you're like killing yourself, essentially.
Yeah, you are right that of the samples you've tried so far, number 5 is the lightest. I would agree with that.
But it still has a long finish to it. The velvety texture.
Yeah, it is. It does have a really nice mouthfeel. It's really creamy.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm guzzling water. It's been hot here, guys. It's been like brutally hot this weekend.
Same here.
Yesterday, I was telling you, I stepped outside to let the dog out, and I'm like, it's already like 90 degrees. And I mean, the trees were perfectly still. Like, there's no breeze at all. Like, you got to be kidding me. This is going to be a miserable freaking day.
It's unfortunately going to get a little bit worse before it gets better, because I think the
I
next
saw that.
are going to be brutally hot, and then in September it should cool off some.
I'll leave my house in September. I tell you, that new air conditioning we bought last year has been running its paces this year. This summer has been awful. Yesterday was bad. Today's not as bad, which that's pretty bad when it's 85 and you're like, wow, this is great.
Did you get any of the original pick from Durrell that was aged in the Weller foolproof barrel?
I don't think so. That doesn't sound familiar.
I need to send you a sample of that and then do it 50-50 with this.
And you think that's this?
Oh, no, I'm just saying, like, you need to do it.
Okay.
Because it's a Sam.
Yeah, I'd love to try it.
Because he likes to mix. He's like the mad scientist. He likes just to pour stuff together and see if it actually works. That one actually worked with that. I don't know, between that rum and that pick, it's just incredible.
Amy is saying it's only 104 in Arizona today.
Yeah, let's do 104 at 90% humidity. Call me when it's 90% humidity out there. Yeah. Yeah,
it's pretty bad. The humidity this year has been a rough summer. It really has. Kathy is ready for fall. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Kathy. I'm right there with you.
I like that one a lot, but it does remind me of this rum pick. And we are going to be doing, I think the other one that we're doing from Old Line is we're doing an American single malt finished in Madeira cask, which I know that you will like.
That would be good. That'll be really good.
So, all right.
The cats would have used their Glocks, but I didn't have the AC running full time today, 93. Yeah.
This dark bad boy.
Yeah. So this is the last sample.
Ooh.
So again, Ireland is known for having 3 native spirits, whiskey being one of them, Irish cream being one of them, and Irish poitín being one of them. So I had to send you a sample of poitín.
So tell me about what the makeup of that is, because I have never heard that.
So a poitín can be made of pretty much any grain. It could be made of potatoes, sugar beets, molasses. It typically was made of whatever grain was left over on the farm. And it is, the originator for moonshine. When they migrated over from Scotland and Ireland, they brought their stills with them. So that's where we get it from. It's being made in Ireland for hundreds of years. And in 97, they legalized it it was early 2000s. They came up with the technical code, the technical file for the requirements to produce poitín legally. One of the biggest known distilleries in Ireland is Mickle, which you heard me refer to earlier. I love them. They're super nice. They have been producing poitín. They like to say they are 7th generation poitín distillers. They're the first generation to do it legally.
Wow.
So they've been doing it a very long time. This isn't theirs. But there's a lot of brands of poitín now. There is a festival every year in Ireland called Poitín Now. It is held in November, and it is held at Bar 1661. So if you're going to Dublin, just on the north of the River Liffey across from Temple Bar, you go up like 4 blocks and you'll come to Bar 1661, and it is a poitín bar. So they've got all kinds of these amazing cocktails that they make. If you don't like cocktails, you can go in, you can order a Guinness. Every Guinness comes with a little 1 ounce pour of poitín. So you're going to get to try it regardless.
What kind of cocktails would they do with this? I mean, like, what's a typical cocktail?
Gosh, all kinds of cocktails. I had one there that was done with Armagnac. I had one that was done with like a mango puree there. They had kind of a twist on an old fashioned there. I mean, they're coming up with all these different kind of cocktails. Basically, I mean, you can kind of substitute poitín in any recipe where you're going to use vodka, you're going to use tequila, gin. You can make all kinds of different cocktails with it.
Wow. It's
very, very different.
Yes. But I like it. It's very you can smell the grain, but in the best possible way. Like it.
Yeah. Now, the thing about poitín, what differentiates it from whiskey, because you can have new make whiskey that would qualify because of the grain bill as poitín, but not necessarily the other way around. Poitín can have a cask treatment. You can't say casks. It can be rested. And literally, like, I have labels and they won't say cask. They see like asterisk SK.
Woo, sorry.
No, you're okay. I had to calm my dogs down earlier. So oh yeah, Sugar Kitty. Now there's a Guinness with a rocket booster. Yeah, you get a little more poitín with it. So you can rest poitín in a cask up to 10 weeks. They've had one. Ecklenville did a Bon Poitín where they actually took that cask and then buried it underground and then dug it back up.
Wow.
Yeah. They have some made with apple. They've got some. I've got one that actually Cologne made, and it was made with corn, and they malted corn as close as they could get it before it would start popping, and then made a poitín out of it. And they called it like popcorn, and it tastes like flipping pop. It tastes like kettle corn. It really does taste like popcorn. I've got some that's made with sugar beets. I've got some that's made with molasses.
Which one's your favorite that you've tasted?
Oh, Stone Soup. Stone Soup from Cologne. It is peated. I would put it up next to many whiskeys. It's that good. It's phenomenal. It was a one-off made by Cologne years ago. So when you see them on secondary, I gotta grab a backup of that one.
Is it always a neutral grain spirit like this without aging?
No, it can be up. They can age it. Hold on, let me find this one. Where's it at? There it is. So they can keep it in a cask up to 10 weeks. So this is poitín.
Okay.
That is Panger from Cologne, and this is PX rested. So PX wood rested because they can't say cask. And they can't say aged.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of little twists to poitín. It's very different. Oh, if I can reach the others, they're up top. My poitín shelf is up top.
Yeah, that's very different.
It's very different. Even different than moonshine.
Oh yeah, way different. But still, that just you still get that moonshiny type of like
you do
note to it.
You do, yeah. You still do get that unaged spirit note, that sweetness that comes through off the grain.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, if I'm going to rank these, I would probably do 4, 3, 5, 2, 1. That would be my order.
Okay, so 4, 3, 5, 2, 1. Okay. Yeah. Which one do you think is not Irish?
Oh, Jesus.
You know this one is the clear one.
Right.
Yeah, that one is very Irish.
I'm going to say number 5 just because it's so different to me on the nose.
Okay. So we're going to go in order of your least favorite to your favorite.
Okay.
So number 1 was the lowest proof. This was 100 proof. What you were drinking was Talnua, Old Saints Keep American single pot still whiskey.
Nice. Okay.
So this is an annual release from Talnua every year. They release it on St. Patrick's Day. It is American single pot still, so they're following the Irish technical file for single pot still, but producing whiskey in Denver, Colorado. So it's a blend of 50% malted barley, 50% unmalted barley. If you walk in, it actually is reminiscent of Method Madness. They've got the 3 big copper pot stills. This year's was finished it was aged for 2.5 years in ex-bourbon barrels with French oak and American oak staves. Was transferred into barrels that first held PX sherry for 17 years, followed by a PX Solera brandy from 1948 for 13 years. So it was put into a barrel for 2 years and 3 months that held that other very old PX spirit. And every year these releases come out and they're different. I'm lucky I have friends that live near the distillery so they can get me one every year. But I absolutely love it. Irish whiskey fans absolutely love Talnua because they're basically doing what they're doing in Ireland, but in Colorado, using all Colorado grain, Colorado water. So yeah, if you're in the Denver area, and it does, now that I've told you, it does come off as very Colorado. Stranahan's.
I can see that.
Very malty. Yeah. All right. Number 2. That was JJ Corey Trio.
Okay.
So this is it's a trio blend of 3 different single pot still whiskeys. This one was a pick done for the Friends of Irish Whiskey Facebook group to raise money for the Capuchin Day Center in Ireland. This was bottled, where's it at? 56% ABV. This was finished in all 3 of the single pot stills that went into this, Palo Cortado.
Okay.
So Palo Cortado finish on that one.
That has a funky finish on that, man.
It is. It's a little different. I don't think it's the Palo Cortado on that. I think it's actually the 3 different pot stills. And I don't know the exact makeup, the mash bill makeup of each of them, but I think that's where the funkiness is coming from. Is actually, I wonder if it's the grain itself.
I was going to say, it almost like going back to it after all the others, the grain comes across as really like toasted or like or some sort of like chocolate malt. Like it's very different.
Yeah, see, on the nose, I get the typical notes that I get with Palo Cortado on Irish, which is those tins of Danish butter cookies, those blue tins of butter. That's the notes I get on Palo Cortado. This one, I get it on the nose, but on palate, it's different.
Yeah, that's funky.
Now, JJ Corey, they don't produce anything. They source all their whiskey. I don't know actually where. I think this is Great Northern. I don't think it says on here, actually. Usually they give a county. So you can usually tell where it came from, but I'm pretty sure this is Great Northern. You never know, though. Louise does have a lot of different stuff. So, all right, number 5. So number 5 is the one that you guessed was not Irish. This is actually Irish. This is the Liberator Hag's Tooth Edition. This is 63.6% ABV. He said it drank low proof.
Yeah.
That was another bottle that was done for Friends of Irish Whiskey.
Wow.
So this is a single grain Irish whiskey. That's why you were getting those lighter notes.
Man, it's like still going back to that.
Single grain, corn's usually the main component in a single grain Irish. So, and I do get kind of a little bit of like a corn pops or kind of a kettle corn on this.
Yeah, pops. That's
like corn pop cereal.
Oh yeah.
So this was this is a ruby port finish. This was ex-bourbon cast 3 years and then re-racked into a first fill ex-ruby port cast for 19 months, transferred back into the bourbon cast for another 3 years.
That is delicious.
Cast drink. And I love because the Liberator is always cast strength. They always use pretty fresh casts. So you'll see like little floaties in the bottom. And I'm like, hey, it's supposed to be there. Have you guessed the theme yet?
Other than it being all finished? No.
No. So the theme was, I wanted to pick whiskeys that would pair well with a cigar.
Oh, okay. I can see that. Yeah, man, absolutely.
I tried to pick things that could stand up to a good cigar.
And there's a lot of things in these that would actually complement and make the cigar pairing very complex and a lot of fun to explore, especially number 2 and number 5 for me. Like those 2 are so different and so much to explore there.
Yeah, that lighter, the Liberator, I thought maybe a Connecticut because it was a little lighter.
Yeah, that would be really good with a Connecticut because of the sweetness of that and the corn notes in that.
So number 3 is from my favorite distillery, Killowen. This is an 11-year-old This is a blended Irish whiskey. This has been finished in a Pinot Noir firkin, so a half cask.
Okay.
This was a bottle that was specifically done for carry-out Killarney, which is kind of the Irish, I guess the closest would be like Total Wine. It's a big liquor chain in Ireland, carry-out Killarney being probably the most famous of them. This one is 51.2% ABV. And this one, they did a series of 3, and they did one for a store in Africa, and they did one for carry-out Killarney. I can't remember off the top of my head where the third one was. It was Viking Kildare. But this one was the one with the heavy char.
Yes.
So I thought, okay, well, that's going to stand up to a cigar. That's going to remind you a little bit of bourbon, maybe.
Yeah, this is the one that I kept getting that like that licorice / something else on it.
Yeah, it would be a nutty funk if Palo Rancio. Exactly, Sugar Kitty.
Man, that has so
Hey,
much
John Holtgrove.
smoke notes on it to me, like savory smoke notes. That's really interesting.
It is. And like I said, honestly, it almost reminds me of kind of like the bark on a brisket, because you do get kind of like barbecue-y. So
Absolutely.
before I get to your number 1, I'm going to let you know what this was. So this is a very special bottle, even as far as poaching goes. This is a bottle from Boylock Distillery called the Crater. Boylock no longer makes poaching anymore. This is a ceramic.
Wow.
Ceramic bottle. They did it very old school with it.
That's crazy.
This one is called Jasper. This was named for the tax man that used to come and bust the poaching distilleries in Donegal. So this one they did also in collaboration with that Friends of Irish Whiskey Facebook group. But what they did was they had them vote on the mash bill. So this is double distilled, 44% malt, 30% oats, 20% maize, 6% spelt.
What's spelt?
I think is that malt or oats that's been split.
Okay.
Somebody Google and tell me. I'm not as familiar with spelt. This one is 61.1% ABV. And I got to be careful because that was all written. I can tell you if you spill the poaching, it will take that chalk right off. So I've had to be a little careful with that. But so Boylock is just a brilliant distillery. They made a ton of poaching. And Irish distillers kind of use poaching. Some of them use it like American distillers kind of use gin. That, just something to keep the money coming in while your spirit is aging. Gotcha. And Boylock is now getting into their whiskey releases. So they've said they're not doing poaching anymore, which is everybody was just devastated because they were doing such great poaching releases. But that is probably, that one was one of the best ones, a little higher proof. Thank you. Spelt is like a wheat. Thank you. I think it was like oat or barley that was split, but I couldn't. 100%. All right. Number 1. Number 1 is from a distillery you have had before. So when I came on Hello Again Whiskey Friends, I shared a whiskey from this brand with you guys. It was their source whiskey. They have since released 3 bottles of their own. I have all 3 right here over my shoulder. Okay. So what you are drinking is Copeland Distillery 25.1 5-year single malt Irish whiskey.
That is so fucking good.
Cask strength. This is double distilled chocolate malt.
No wonder I liked it so much.
I know, right? I freaking love it.
I loved
like Cocoa Pebbles.
Did you get any of the chocolate of the Hard Truth? The chocolate malt Hard Truth?
I don't think so.
Oh my God. You would love it. I have to say there's 2 not chocolate, caramel malt.
Caramel malt. Oh no, I haven't. The only chocolate malt that I had tried is the New Riff Winter Whiskey.
Yeah,
with the chocolate malt. Yeah,
but there's two batches of the caramel malt, and oh my god, so freaking good.
So this one was bottled at 58.6%. Now, the non-cast strength version, they do still have some. If anybody is interested, they have some. I think Celtic Whiskey Shop still has some. Carry Out Killarney still has some. So you can still get the non-cast strength, and the non-cast strength is still it's respectable. It's 46%. But yeah, I grabbed the cast strength. Since then, they have also released a PX finish that was 25.2. If I get this open.
Careful.
Look at the color of this.
Holy shnikes. Yeah, that's like freaking wine color. That's dark.
5-year single malt PX sherry finish.
That's crazy.
So again, that's a single cast, so that's also cast strength. So yeah, I've been talking to Gareth about we're working trying to come up with a date for him to come on. So I'll get you his info as well. But yeah, their stuff is really good. Like I said, that 25.1, I got it. You're right. I got to hide that from myself.
That is so good. That was by far like not even close to anything else that I tasted. And those were all good too, but that one was really, really good.
And we got to taste some new make rye that they've got in their warehouse, and I'm a freaking sucker for rye. I absolutely love it. Whether American, Irish, Canadian. So I'm really excited for that one to come out. I don't know when that's coming yet, but
wow.
I'm glad you like this. So what do you guys have coming up on Hello Again Whiskey Friends?
So we've got a couple of people coming on. We've got Jay from Shared Pour coming on to talk about our upcoming picks that we're doing. And we've also got, Clark from Old Dominic is coming on to talk about the 8-year release that Old Dominic's about to release the end of September, as well as to talk about our pick and how much we loved it and all of that fun stuff. And then we go and do another pick in September that we'll be able to release what it is here pretty soon, which everybody's going to be freaking stoked about. And then meet up with Jason in October at their meetup. And then maybe one more before the end of the year, either Backbone or Hard Truth, depending on which one we can get to do another pick. So
you guys got a busy schedule.
Yes, and we have an old line pick that's coming out that is an American single malt finished in Madeira cask, which is going to be really fun. And then
that sounds so good.
It's going to be delicious. And then a copper and cask shorty barrel, which should probably only have 50 bottles in it. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be delicious as well. So lots of
is that like a half cask or a quarter cask?
So typically a whole cask would be around anywhere from 170 to 200, depending on how many years it's been in there. So it's not a whole lot.
I wonder if they're calling it a shorty. I wonder if it is a firkin.
I don't know. It's going to be very concentrated. We've tasted it already. So if we can keep Darrell from pulling samples out of it, so. But no, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Kelsey. This was so much fun. Guys, make sure you, if you're not subscribed to Hello Again Whiskey Friends, make sure you subscribe. Join their Patreon if you want access to some of these great picks. They've had a ton this year. Ton of really good picks. Go ahead and jump over. I know Kilco is streaming live now. Anthony Bourbon Neophyte's going to be going live at 7:30. So I know I'm going to be jumping into his stream. I didn't see anything for Cast 529. So I don't know if they're going live tonight, but Kelsey, thank you again.
Absolutely.
You guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you next time. Sláinte.
See you guys.